let me prepare some stuff. Hold on. So, we are going to be making our first announcement for a global first release. And I'm just stalling for time right now because I need to press some buttons to happen
Ooh.
immediately as this
I'm glad I'm
happens.
recording this.
Stalling. It's very hard. It's very hard to run a stream and
Global
prepare all
first,
this.
guys. Woot woot.
What?
Global first.
Yay, global first.
Come on.
So
there is something good.
I'm preparing 2 buttons I need to press. Okay, so
if it is
without
what
further
the
ado,
leaks were, I'm
going to
happy
show
about
you a
it.
video
But if it's
for the next
not,
global first. Disclaimer: the beginning, it sounds like there's no music. That's intentional. So please enjoy.
Okay. Okay. Yes! These were true. Garnet. Ooh. Into the light. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. 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 Double first BT. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh. What's the effect? The BT effect. Ooh. Ah, the references. What's the BT effect? Oh, that ooh. Garnet has ooh. Ooh. That's her BT weapon? Yes, I'm definitely gonna stop now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Did there always get that? Is there a BT effect also? Hold on. Okay. I see what happens. It's a countdown. When's the burst? Okay. Yes. Ooh. I have a token for it. I can. That's basically. Keep watching. I see. Yes.
Okay, so we are super
dress is
excited to
nice.
announce the global first burst weapon for Garnet. That's the burst weapon, the Whale Whisker from Final Fantasy IX, as well as the limited time gem and costume bundle for Garnet based on her appearance at the end of Final Fantasy IX. And
dress,
I can
man.
already predict some people in chat are going to say, well, she actually wore it at the beginning of the game. And I'll say, well, actually, that necklace she is wearing is from the end of the game. She wears a different necklace at the beginning of the game. So there. Anyway, so sorry, I had to be snarky there for a second. And also, she will be coming with her level 90 Awakening, as well as a rework. And a small note there, it includes a global first LD board rework. So after using the LD, it actually refreshes one use of her 2 command abilities. So that's why during the burst phase, she was able to use up her command ability 1 and 2, and then use them again after the LD. So it just increases her longevity. And as for when she will be arriving, well, she will actually be arriving in 4 hours.
Yes.
About 4 hours. From now, it's so actually 4 hours and 4 minutes. So very soon.
Very soon.
Yes, and now because I did show you that whole video, and I don't want to make the infographic, the Townberry tube, work too hard trying to figure out, like, calculate all those numbers and stuff. I'm gonna give them all to you right now. So this is going to be details on Garnet's burst. Now, first,
Okay.
the disclaimer at the bottom right. So the values will assume limit break 3. The green color indicates it is a change from a limit break, and also the content is subject to change as always. So if I make a mistake here, I apologize. I believe I got almost all the information right. So anyway, let's go over the details. So the
boy,
burst
it's
finish
not
on the top
that
left. So it is let me give you an example of the limit break. So an 8-hit group Magic, Brave, and group HP attack split dealt twice. So when it is not limit broken, it is, I believe, a 15-hit dealt only one time. So that's just an example of what the colors mean.
Okay.
And if the green is a whole line, that means that thing, the entire thing is from a limit break, as opposed to being modified like 8-hit from 15-hit. Anyway, so Divine Judgment, 8-hit group Magic Bravery and group HP attack, split damage, dealt twice. Brave damage
Yeah,
limit plus
delete
200%
lock.
up to
That's a good map.
29,997. Held Bravery HP damage limit plus 400 up to 499,995. And it increases Bravery by 50% of total HP damage after the first attack. And it'll grant the burst effect for 8 turns to self. And the burst effect is Brave gain. So these are party-wide effects. Brave gain plus 30%, HP damage limit plus 30%, attack plus
I'm reading
50%,
SBT,
initial
don't
bravery
care.
plus 50%, brave damage plus 50%, HP
I have
damage plus
early.
20%,
I have early, so I'm
bravery overflow from gain
I'm fine.
effects
Holy shit.
from gain abilities, etc. plus 30%, and it increases bravery by 30% of total HP damage
I'm not
at the end of
disappointed.
turn. And upon
Those orders
expiry
are good, though.
triggers the expiration attack called Immaculate Judgment, and that is on the top right there. So the first thing is we'll remove party's debuffs, and then it'll grant the party bravery based on 100% of own max bravery with 200% overflow.
Okay.
5-hit group magic bravery and group HP attack dealing total damage dealt 4 times. The bravery damage limit is plus 50 up to 14,998. Held bravery and HP damage limit plus 50% up to 149.
A gold frame
198.
buff.
And increases bravery by 20% of total HP damage after the last HP attack, and gives the party 6 turns of the gold framed buff Immaculate Judgment.
Ooh.
And
Copian,
just glancing
no.
at the Immaculate
no.
Judgment, I intentionally put it right next to the burst effect because you see it's actually the exact same values, except it does not have the bravery gain plus 30%. It does not have the HP damage limit plus 30%.
I see that.
This buff also cannot be extended, unfortunately. Sorry, EDA players. It will go away after 6 turns, but it gives you a large portion of the burst effect just for an additional 6 turns per character.
If I get it for
And
free, I'll be
as you saw in
over
the
the moon if I
video,
get it for free.
I
highly
went pretty
doubt
much
it.
straight
at the beginning.
from her
burst.
ability into burst mode so that she would get the trigger and the expiration attack,
Smart
giving the
idea.
buff as well as their burst effect. So they do indeed stack. And if you look at the numbers of Zidane doing his free energy, his bravery gain doubled. His increased bravery at the end of turn doubled because that 30% of total HP damage became 60%. So they do stack. Unfortunately, the HP damage limit and the bravery gain is not on Immaculate Judgment, so those two are not doubled, unfortunately. But you can choose to stack them if you wish. Now, because the burst effect lasts 8 turns, this means
Go, come on. Why?
so you do want Garnet in your party to get that gold buff. However, you can choose to use your own Garnet, give the gold buff to allies, swap it out for another Garnet, and then stack them that way instead of stacking. So it's a matter of you deciding for longevity, because you can wait for the burst effect to end and then let those 6 turns wear out.
I know. What the fuck?
And with that, actually, there is going to be a... Did I say I was going to do a co-op after this? Do another co-op first, because the next thing is
Okay.
actually going to be a global first event.
Did
It is
it?
actually something I'm super excited about.
2 global firsts? Okay, I'm gonna.
For that, let you
Okay, I'm done recording for this part segment. I'll record the next one in a sec.